renewal of mind and reconfiguration of our thoughts that we are able to position ourselves to receive all the blessings that God has set aside for us. For it is not us who are waiting for the blessing, but rather the blessing that is waiting for us to be in the right frame of mind to receive it. I hear a clarion call. It's time to rise and shine. Time to get what's mine. Yeah.
Dai family, may peace be with you wherever you are. May you be moving into living life truly on your own terms in this season. And, as we get caught up in the whirlwind of a new year, I pray that you are using this energy to propel you into the new earth and not to further sink you in to the new world order. I hope you're doing really, really well, family. I am officially fully in the new earth, recording from a quote unquote secret location. Well, not really secret, but I'm in the new earth. I'm in nature, family. And my life has changed so much since the New Year's. It was already changing, but it has changed so much. Of course, we acknowledge the ancestors in the wind, as always, who have guided us to such a place. We're so grateful to have connected with the ancient ones and the ancient one, and to just have been gifted the sight of another world, of another reality, of another life. Family, we give thanks to the Most High just for preserving us for such a time as this, because if I could explain to you, family, the kind of miracles that are unfolding in my life, you'd think I'm making it up. It would blow your mind. And of course, there are also, I'm not going to make it sound like a bed of roses, although it is a bed of roses because roses have thorns, and you will find those little prickly incidents as you move into the new earth. But I feel like that represents more of an inner resistance that we've been cultured and programmed to always have, that little negativity that we're always working to release. Not that every negative thought is bad. Sometimes negative thoughts actually save our lives, stories for other days. But I wanted to talk today, public service announcement, family. The world as we know it is completely gone. And we are in a new earth with a whole new dispensation, family. But before I even get into that, special shout out to our Patreon family. Thank you so much for supporting us on that platform. We do have exclusive content, a lot of books that you should have in your library for your children, and many other interesting information that we can't share on that platform. Thanks for all the compliments you've been giving me about the new theme song for the show. If you'd like to buy it and download it and have it, or even get a ringtone to it, the links are down below. And finally, we've actually created the Wake Up Africa jingle or ringtone or whatever. So definitely check it out in the links below, especially if you want to support the Wake Up Africa movement. So many exciting things coming. It's a total shift, family. Total shift in all our lives, which means that even the Dr. Mumbi show will not look like it has always looked. Your lives should not be looking the way they've always looked. There is such an incredible opportunity, family, to, I don't even know how to say it, I'm so excited, to take hold of dreams and aspirations that you thought were dead, that you thought were gone, that you thought were taken from you. And I found daily mantras, however you do it, whether it's daily writing. There's those people who say, like, if you write something every day, 100 times or whatever, pick a number that works for a magic number for yourself for like 5 to 7 days, you'll start seeing it manifest in your life, whether it's meditating on it. But to bring in this new earth, family, you really need to be spending a lot of time thinking about it in a positive, high vibrational way, regardless of the little irritations and obstacles and inconveniences that may be happening in your transition. But, I'm still getting so many emails about the narratives of Babylon. And that's actually what has inspired me to do this show. For those who don't know, the world as we know it, the way the world has been since you were born till you are now, is no more. It's gone. It's done. That world has ended, family. And you know it's ended because the New World Order agenda is just falling at the seams. They're failing to implement all the things they want to implement. If that world was still going on right now, the digital transfer of currency or whatever would have happened. There would definitely have been another lockdown. And some will say another lockdown is coming. But for us who have moved into the new earth, we're in spaces where that is not a reality for us. But for those of you who are still in the Babylon narrative, Babylon is like heading to a crash. Nothing is working. If you look at all governments, I think even the divided states, I mentioned this in another show, even the US government is about to default on their debt. Every country is in debt with everyone. The waters are so murky. Everything has been exposed and is being exposed. There was someone who had shared with me an article of how the Pope was actually planning to go to, I think it was the Congo at the end of January. And maybe I'll do a separate show on that. But I feel like regardless of what they do at this point, that world is over. And the only thing keeping it alive is your imagination, your focus on it, your attention on it. And they need that attention to keep going. So they'll try and keep the world as it is, but nothing is working. It's like everything is collapsing in order to be rebuilt again, or the energy is transferring. For me, the way I'm seeing it is like Mama Nature's energy has now transferred. Family, look at the color of these flowers, of the green, of nature. Like something's going on. But that world no longer exists, family. And if you are relying on that world to provide a narrative for your life, then you are very, very exposed. You don't have, well, I mean, time is an illusion, but they almost want you to play with time and toy with time until you run out of the time you created for yourself. But now more than ever, family, you need to start asking yourself, asking your spiritual family, your spiritual team, asking Mama Earth, asking the universe, asking the Most High what this life is really about. Because the spiritual warfare it's already in these realms, family. And Babylon, I mean, seriously, I saw it a lot in 2022. That's what now has even made me really transition away from the news, because I was like, they were unable, all their plans were aborted. It's like the way they used to, they'll create a narrative, create news, problem, reaction, solution. That's their whole system. So they create a problem, media blitz. This is happening. Oh my God, commentaries, news articles, YouTube shows, all of that. And they create this kind of energetic, negative energetic force field, frequency that they are now able to manifest in and offer up a so-called solution that is only going to make the problem worse. Because the rulers of this planet, family, they're only seeing this much of what the life looks like. I know guys will be like 666, whatever. Like life is this big. And they're ruling us like life is this small. But that's because that's all they see. But now there's an opportunity for you to make your life this big as well. And that's what they've been preventing. And they're trying to prevent it physically because they failed mentally. Because as a collective, we've reached a certain vibration, and certain masters have also awakened and reached their level of mastery. I don't know if you remember, there's a quote that I shared, or a research point, you can see it here, where they talked about one person vibing high, I think on 500 megahertz, cancels out 750,000 vibing low or vibing below. I think it's whatever, you can see it here, 250 megahertz or whatever, just vibing low in fear, in pain, in anguish, in agony. But don't be caught unawares. I know a lot of you family are in the new earth. I'd love to hear from you and your experiences in the comments below. But for those of us who still think that world is going on, don't be caught unawares. Nothing is as it seems. Babylon is failing miserably to take full control of the planet. That's where they were supposed to have been by now. And now we're in the 7th hour. And on a vibrational and frequency level, they've run out of time, because spiritually, this is already concluded. Literally, it's only the quote unquote poor humans who still believe it's real. And yet that world has been brought down and totally destroyed. I really do pray that your guardian angels, that your ancestral team, that the Most High will reveal to you or confirm this message so that you are not caught unawares, because so many people, family, are going about their lives like it's business and as usual, and it's not, because Babylon is laying a trap for you guys, where if you do not control, if you're not growing your own food, if you're not in control of your water, if you don't own your home, if you're not doing some kind of work that is like, could quickly turn into a kind of barter system, but is already off the Babylon matrix. And if you have not established new spiritual practices for yourself, then Babylon is going to catch you with their own mess. You're just going to get caught up in it. And I say all this to try and encourage you once again, family, to start to create your own story, create your own narrative. I shared last year about how they've even started now to change certain stories online. And there's certain stories that I covered like 4 or 5 years ago that have totally disappeared from the internet. So they're already rewriting stories or erasing stories, family. I mean, even you, if you have a bad history online, you can pay a certain amount and you'll be erased from all the, your name won't appear anywhere. Because data is the new currency, family. And we are actually really working to move into our own platform for the next steps of what we want to do, because we have reached a certain frequency and a certain vibration where we can now at least start to come with that, together at certain important dates, cosmic alignments, galactic alignments, to propel ourselves forward, family. But for those who are still sleepwalking, please wake up. Because you just might miss, that transition to the new earth as you're going around Babylon thinking the new world order is the real world. Tuko pamoja.
Hear a clarion call. It's time to rise and shine. Time to get what's mine. Yeah. And I want it all beyond the riches of the world, to the promises of God for my life. So I'm saying goodbye